Hello, I'm Dr. Renee Jackson. I am the Southeast Area Minister for the Michigan Conference United Church of Christ, and I'm here to bring you yet another Faith for Thought. As we are entering into not only a new year, but new leadership in our country, I imagine that many of you are feeling a bit overwhelmed. We are hearing about earthquakes all across the country. We are concerned about our neighborhoods and our communities. We're concerned about so many things. And then there's always the matter of the things that are happening within our churches and our families. And so we can easily become overwhelmed and start to feel as though this calling that we have said yes to is really just too much for us. And it doesn't matter whether you are a lay person or a clergy person, wherever your context is in which you seek to do God's will and live out your faith, it can indeed be overwhelming. If you, like me, find yourself being continually checking out the news and listening to CNN and Fox News and Rachel Maddow and Trevor Noah and whatever other news source that you may have, including NPR, then you might just feel inundated and need to take a moment or two, or maybe even three, to kind of breathe through it all and get yourself centered again, remembering that you are not the one who has to do it all by yourself, that the world still has a sense of beauty and awe, that God is truly a part of us and in our midst, even in the most tumultuous times. I have found a new love, or a regaining a love for poetry. And so I would like to offer you a word of poetry from a little book that was given to me. It is called The Emergency Poet, an anti-stress poetry anthology by Deborah Alma. And I'll show that to you. And I think sometimes poetry has a way of putting into perspective or giving us new metaphors to consider when we are feeling overwhelmed by the things that we have to contend with in life. And so this one that I'm going to share with you today is by Thich Nhat Hanh, and it is entitled, They Don't Publish the Good News. So as you listen, I want you to consider the larger faith community of which we are a part. And when you hear us, I want you to imagine yourself in that part. And when you hear you, I want you to also think of you yourself as an individual, you yourself as your church, because we're all dealing with this world together. So just take a listen. They don't publish the good news. They don't publish the good news. The good news is published by us. We have a special edition every moment, and we need you to read it. The good news is that you are alive, and the linden tree is still there, standing firm in the harsh winter. The good news is that you have wonderful eyes to touch the blue sky. The good news is that your child is there before you, and your arms are available. Hugging is possible. They only print what is wrong. But look at each of our special editions. We always offer the things that are not wrong. We want you to benefit from them and help protect them. The dandelion is there by the sidewalk, smiling its wondrous smile, singing the song of eternity. Listen. You have ears that can hear it. Bow your head. Listen to it. Leave behind the world of sorrow and preoccupation and get free. The latest good news is that you can do it. I like that last line. The latest good news is that you can do it. Even when it feels like it's too much, you can do it. Jesus asked that the Holy Spirit would come and be with us to sustain us and strengthen us. So yes, you can do it. And that is the good news. Thanks for listening.